Okay, so I want to finish. Oh my gosh. I want to finish this out before I get distracted again by other cars and things, but so when everything's taken away from you, you can appreciate it more. So we have to appreciate the dark moments in life, because we know that like the light is going to come, like the better, like when things get destroyed, there's a rebirth. So when you have your darkest moments and you think that all hope is gone, just realize that a rebirth is happening, that you have to clear out the old to get the new. So sometimes your emotions, you have to break down to the lowest point and not have it, be it completely stripped away from you. Like your confidence or your self-esteem is what I heard, or the people around you, like your ego or whatever it is. You have to be completely stripped down to your bottom, to the bottom, to your breaking point, for a rebirth to happen, for a whole new way of, you have to make another turn in life. Like sometimes to make change happen, you have to have pain, suffering to make you change. The things that make us change are pain and I forget what the other thing is, but I read about that. Opportunity. Pain and opportunity. I think that's right. So right now I feel so thankful and grateful for the lessons that I've learned, this journey that I've been on, and how beautiful it is, and how beautiful our Creator is, and how I've been given so much, and that I can use that to help other people. And I can love those around me so much, even if, you know, we're not like, it's not perfect, you know, it's like they are themselves and who they are, and I love that about them. Like if you have a bunch, like my family and I are like, we're very independent people, and I love that. It's like there's a lot of things that I didn't really like because, you know, if we didn't get along or whatever, but if they're happy, then I'm happy. It's like, and I love that they have the courage and strength to be independent, and that's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful and perfect. So it's your perspective on things too. It's like a beautiful wild stallion. You just love looking at the freedom and the joy and the like expression of them like galloping and just, you could see the joy. And that's what's beautiful about it, is the freedom that they're enjoying. So to want it for yourself and put it in a cage or a fenced in area to keep it from roaming free, it's losing its beauty. So even though like you miss the wild stallion when they're away, when they come back, it's just, it's like so beautiful that they came back to you and that they missed you too. And like, because they could be anywhere, they could roam free and just have left you and never came back. And for them to like want you to like pet them or like come to you for food or whatever, like domesticate them or whatever, there's such a reward in that. And just to appreciate people for who they are and what they want for themselves is just the freedom. There's just beauty and freedom. And that's true love. And so when you're seeing your families for Thanksgiving, just look around the table. And even if you don't get along with one another all the time, there's beauty in that. There's beauty in the differences of each other and the freedom to speak their mind and to have a difference of opinion. And that's beautiful. There's so many different, like, it's like outfits. There's so many different outfits you can wear, and they're all expressions of, in that moment, who you are and how you're feeling. And so there's all different kinds of people that are expressing themselves and what they've gone through and how they feel and what they want to do. And that's beautiful. It's like the trees and they're all different and they're all beautiful at the same time. It's nature, it's creation. And just be reminded of that. Think of the positive things. That's a positive, beautiful thing. You can love your family, even if you don't see them all the time. As long as they're happy and they're doing what they want to do. Just love with your heart, like love with all your heart. And just enjoy the moments that you have together. And appreciate, just look at them and appreciate them for being there, and like all the things the lessons that you've learned by them being in your life. Even if they're not the best lessons, it's like they tried their best because they love you too. And they're thankful for you too, whether they want to admit it or not. And just be, grateful for them, because time is fleeting and everything's temporary in this life. So just be thankful every day for everything that you have, and And if you're going through a tough time, remember there's always a rebirth. Like, be thankful and grateful for the change. Be thankful for the lesson. You know, have that spiritual mindset where, like, things are happening for a reason. There's a reason for it. Even if we don't know what it is, that our Creator knows what it is. And that we are better off for whatever is going on. And we will be so happy when the opposite happens. Like, if you're struggling financially, to be stable and to not worry about that is like such a relief, and like you will be even more thankful and more appreciative when, you know, you're on the opposite side of that. And like, I thank God for like the stability that I have in my life right now, and how God has blessed me with this car that I have that's like, it's safety for me, and it makes me feel stable and comfortable and like loved, like by this Holy Spirit. And like trusting and believing and having faith in doing something uncomfortable, but I was led and guided to do. Like, you just know that the spiritual world is helping you and knows more than you do. But if you follow that guidance, it's like just gonna do so much to add to your life. And it doesn't make sense logically or what we've been taught, you know, about things. And so, like, you know, how the typical person believes. And trust me, I've gotten a lot of people telling me, like neighbors and things, about how you know, that my choices aren't good choices, basically. But I know what's best for me, so I follow my spiritual guidance, my intuition, and I know what I'm doing. So I really understand that people are trying to look out for me, but I have to walk my own path. I have to do what I'm guided to do and feel free. And so, just to respect other people for their choices and their decisions and their spiritual guidance of who they love and who they want to, or what they want to do, what they want to buy, what choices they make. It's like, beware of judging others, because you don't really know what it's doing for them. Unless it's very bad behavior, then that's a different story. But yeah, I was just thinking about like family members that are like on a destructive path with like drugs and alcohol and whatever. All you can do is give your love to them. Like, look at the best parts of them, like who you remember them as a child or whatever, and just like reminisce and like see past all of it. Just try to concentrate on the positive things and just remember that, and bring those stories up and say, you know, like, remember the time we did this or that, and like that shows your love. That shows that you know who they are to their core. And maybe that will help them the most, is remembering who they truly are inside, in their core. And just send love. Just it's almost like when you ignore the negatives, like you're spreading so much positivity to them. It's almost like you're covering the darkness up, and they'll rebirth and like grow new leaves and branches, and it's like you're watering them. You're giving them nourishment that they need. They need the positive nourishment. That's beautiful. It's like a building. It's when you're tearing it down and you're putting new windows and new paint and new... It's like refurbishing an old building. You want to remain that same structure, but just give it some new vitality, a new reason to live. Giving it strength to stand on its own. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and I hope you have a great time seeing your families. Don't just stay away from family. Like, try to see your family, even if it's not Thanksgiving. Like, you know, there's always Christmas time. And so just think positive. That's the message today, is just think positive and love. Love your family and just think positive. And we're all getting through this together. All the trauma that we've experienced from past ancestral baggage. So, you know, we're all going through it. Every single one of us. Some families are more, they've cleared a lot of the trauma. So those are inspirations to us. And, you know, if you can just think of positive things, like whatever's positive, speak it out loud. Like, oh, these mashed potatoes are amazing, and I love this, or this pie, or this turkey, this stuffing, the weather outside. You know, go for a walk after you eat and breathe in the fresh air. Take a walk together. Reminisce about old times. It's a beautiful thing. And even if you're not with your family on Thanksgiving, you can still do those things on your own and just be grateful for whatever you have right now. If you have a car that's working, or you have your health, you have stability, or you have somebody that you can talk to, just any little thing that makes you grateful. There's so many things that you can be grateful for. So if you can't really think of things, like, write them down on a piece of paper. Like, just keep on writing until you start to cry with how grateful you are. That's what you can do on Thanksgiving. Just your breath. Like, everybody's breathing, right? Everybody's, like, we're on stable ground. we're here on this earth. We have sight, or we have hearing, or we have tasting. We can eat. We are all eating. We are all digesting. And just that's how God gives you more, is when you're grateful for the smallest of things. You have to start there. You have to start there and know that there's a reason for the destruction, is for a rebirth. So happy holidays, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Happy Thanksgiving. Peace, love, and light.